Good afternoon, everybody. We are 1 minute to take off here at Lucy's Champions Corner. So just hang tight. We are ready for launch. We're ready to take off with our afternoon session. I'm very excited to be here with you guys today. So we're going to give some people some time just to jump on. Okay. So I hope that your afternoon has been going wonderfully. I hope that you are alive, excited, and full of energy. This is our very first time launching our my virtual coaching classes that I've been doing since 2013. Who would have thought that in the middle of a pandemic, not only would we be doing new, innovative, strategic things, but we would be on the expansion and just connecting with so many people, even after this morning's presentation live. People were reaching out. So my team here is going to let me know when it's exactly 2 o'clock. So it's takeoff time. Guys, welcome to Lead Conversion. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon here, Eastern Standard Time, and today I'm going to be talking to you about lead conversion. Before I talk about lead conversion, I want to thank you for watching. I want to tell you a little bit about why I've taken this initiative as a real estate entrepreneur, real estate coach, and business coach for many years now. I've always taught within a classroom. I've always taught within a safe zone setting, a place where I'm very comfortable, a place where I am in my comfort zone. Well, guess what, guys? You're not alone. We have all been struck by the pandemic. We've all been struck by the sudden things that have shifted and changed. But I am bringing this to my whole real estate and broker population in the area, to all the real estate practitioners, because right now, guys, is the time to be the most generous. So this afternoon, I'm going to talk to you. My sessions are going to be about 30, maximum 45 minutes. Today's the first day. I don't want to give you too much stuff. My focus is to give you actionable items. My focus is to give you the things that are going to help you rise up, the things that are going to help you elevate. We're talking about lead conversion today, and I've been teaching for the last, I believe, about 4 years about the 4 C's. The 4 C's was a concept that I came up with as I was teaching agents on how to go from being an agent to being an entrepreneur. Now, there's a very big difference between being an agent and being an entrepreneur. And so the 4 C's is something that is going to help you right now. This morning we spoke about, just to give you a little recap, in my Champions Corner, because obviously now that I've had to innovate, I'm here in my corner, in my remote location, but I'm still delivering the content that I had planned for April. And that's the first thing I want to remind you of, guys. Don't stop, sit, and wait. You want to write that down. It is not the time to stop, to sit, and to wait. So this morning we were talking about lead generations in times of a quarantine. Yes, we are separated, but this is the moment for you to pivot, reposition, and move forward. I talked this morning about the nightmares that we're all going through, the questions, the last thought at night. How am I going to do business? How am I going to make money? How am I going to stay in real estate? What do I do now? We all have those questions that are our nightmares. We go to bed thinking about them. We wake up thinking about them. But I gave some clear, concise solutions this morning, and I want to use that to leverage my next stage, which is lead conversion. You need to understand that right now we're living in changing times. Okay, we are living in moments of a humongous shift. Okay, so it is time for you right now to understand that video is king. Okay, social media stories is queen. Okay, you need to re-engage. Even though we're in the middle of a quarantine, this is your time to reposition and be the most present that you have ever been. Let me say that again. Even though we're in times of a quarantine, this is a time for you to reposition and be the most present. You need to be front and center. And I also spoke this morning about you, okay, needing to focus on hunting for your contacts. Okay, you have an audience, you have an arena, you have a stage. Okay, you are the rock star on that stage. I don't care if you've been in real estate for 10 minutes or 10 years or 20 years. You right now have a huge opportunity to be the voice of your real estate community, to be at the forefront, to be present. And lastly, I taught this morning, you want to be relevant. You want to be relevant. That is so important. So how do I become relevant, Lucy? You give two things, education and information. Okay? Two things, education and information. What do I educate on, Lucy? You educate on those things, those topics that are relevant to the real estate industry that interests you the most. Because just like you, there are other people that are going to be interested in that as well. And here's the uniqueness of what you do that no one else can do. The things that interest you, you're going to deliver them with passion. You're going to deliver them with confidence. You're going to deliver them with the right level of energy and enthusiasm so that your audience, okay, on your social media platforms are going to be engaged. This is the moment to reposition, be present, be relevant, and engage. Reposition, be present, be relevant, and re-engage. So I gave those solutions this morning, but this afternoon, I want to talk about lead conversion. Okay, so as you guys are joining on, welcome, welcome. Whether you're watching now or you're watching later, this is going to be on live forever. Like I said earlier, today is our first session, and it's not our last. This is actually going to be Tuesdays in English, Thursdays in Spanish. Yes, I am launching my coaching and training for my real estate agents and brokers in Spanish, the first Latino coaching and training. And I just want to give everyone the opportunity to maybe take something that I am saying and help you ignite. We all need to be ignited by something or someone. So my focus is to ignite your potential, to help you ignite, that thought that's going to take you to the next level. So this afternoon, we're talking about lead conversion. Now, this is not the time for your narrative to be, hi, my name is Lucy, and I want to be your realtor. Call me for this house. This is a moment where the world, okay, is being shifted, separated, isolated, and we need leaders and role models to rise up. Let me say that again. Yes, we are in real estate. Yes, we are in the business of sales. But as a student of Floyd Wickman, he always utilized a slogan that is profound. And I want you to make a note of this, and this is something I learned from my teacher, Floyd Wickman. I am a graduate of Mike Ferry. I'm a student of Floyd Wickman. As a matter of fact, in 2015, I'm a graduate of his Speakers Academy. We need to become eternal students, everlasting learners, okay? So he always taught something that was very profound to me, and I want to share it with you today because this is special in this day and age, right here, right now. And his philosophy is, you get by giving. You get by giving. This is not the time to use lead conversion and let's close the deal. Let's ask for the order. No. This is not the time for this. This is the time for you to practice the 4 C's. And as a matter of fact, everything that I teach is wrapped in a life lesson. Everything that I teach is relevant and precise for the moment because I'm constantly looking for deeper thoughts, deeper understandings, and deeper ways that I can help my agents, my real estate community, and of course now you guys that are watching. How do I help you rise up in the middle of this pandemic? How do we handle lead conversion in the midst of a pandemic? How do we handle lead conversion when everyone is in shock? How do we handle lead conversion when everyone is in that fear factor? There's a fear factor right now that it is what it is. We can't control it. We can't change it. But we can position ourselves, and that is my goal here today, is to, I can't say this enough, guys, help you position yourself to be present. Help you position yourself so that when this season is over, because this too shall pass, You will be the go-to agent. You will be the go-to realtor. You will have become the go-to broker. And now that I'm mentioning brokers, if there's an agent watching and your broker is not able to do these coachings, have them reach out to me. I am more than happy to help them. Okay? I'm more than happy to not only train you, train your office, train your team. We are looking to come with contribution, and that is what I want you to learn in the new level, the new season of lead conversion. Is we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we need to come forth, reposition, be present, be relevant, and engaging through getting by giving. Don't worry about the getting. This is not the time for you to close a deal. This is not the time for you to pull out, the best sales tactics. Close the deal 5 times. Ask for the order 5 times. Don't walk away till you get 5 no's. Don't accept no. No means not now. This is not the moment. We need to shift and change the narrative. We need to come and meet the consumer where they are at. So the 4 C's are very simple. Okay, you can write them down. You need to practice them. You need to memorize them, internalize them. You need to make them part of your rapport, your narrative. They need to become part of how you perform. Okay, you need to perform in a way where, number 1, you connect with people. And you can write down, I'm going to give you some actionable items. How do you connect with people? Guys, you have cell phones and you have Messenger and you have email accounts. Put together a video. A nice, sweet video. Lucy, but I don't like video. I told you video is king. And who's queen? Who's queen? Stories. Whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, okay? You want to put together a video and just remind people who you are. Don't even tell them what you do. Guys, real estate is what we do. That's not who we are. Okay? Real estate entrepreneur, real estate and business coach is what I do. That's not who I am. That's not who I am. Remind people who you are. Give them your name. Remind them where you met. I met you at a networking. I met you at an event. I met you at an open house. I met you at an appointment. I connected with you, sent you some information a couple of months back. Just wanted to say hello and see if there's anything I can do. I hope you're safe. And my prayers or my best wishes or my good vibes are with you. Whatever you want to say. And you send that to everyone that you have hunted. You need to hunt for contacts. You need to go back to your database, to your business cards, to your emails, to your phone, to all the leads you have in your CRM, right? I don't know if CRM, what is a CRM? Well, we all know it's a contact relationships manager, but sometimes I can't remember I can't remember my people. I can't remember my marketing. So contact with people, it's very important. That's the number 1 C in lead conversion. This is the new era of lead conversion. Connect with people. Remind them who you are. Remind them where you guys connected. And get by giving. Don't ask for the order. Don't close the deal. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Number 2, start a conversation. Start a conversation. Compliment people. Engage with people. Become relevant. Be in their radar. So have conversations. I've always loved number 3 in my 4 C's because it's care. Sometimes we're so busy and chasing the mighty dollar, we forget to show care. We forget to show compliment. This is a time for a lot of care. This is a time to care for the buyers, care for the sellers, care for even the renters. I mean, there was a time when I remember agents were like, I don't want rental leads. Well, you know what? This is the moment to bring everyone back together and be the center of the real estate community, the anchor for the real estate information that all these people that know you can depend on you for. Be the go-to agent. Be the one that answers the questions. Be the one that is constantly doing the research, and bring those things to the forefront by being relevant and engaging through video and stories. Okay? The other thing is contribute. Where can you contribute? Now, I know there's a lot of people in the marketplace that says, well, you know what, Lucy, that's great. Everything you're saying sounds wonderful, but I'm doing a lot of business. Awesome. That is fantastic. So A, you know it all, and B, you don't need to make more money. Then you've got the best part of this whole thing we're living. It's called generosity. It's called giving back to your community. See, when you are a real estate practitioner, you don't just live, work, and play in a community, in a marketplace. You have a responsibility at some point in time to give back, to contribute, to sow. So if you're in that position, wonderful for you. It's time to give back. So contribute. What can you contribute? Well, you can do some awesome first-time homebuyer seminars through Zoom. If you don't know Zoom, there's plenty of people out there teaching. There is more teaching content and more educational content right now than ever before. And you know, it is time for you to rise up like that leader. So be the leader. Be the leader. And I can promise you that when you practice these 4 C's, you are going to start becoming. By being, you're going to become. By being the go-to agent, by being the contributor, by being the giver, by being the connector, by being the conversation starter, by being the one that shows care and the one that contributes, you're going to become. You're going to become the agent of choice. You're going to become the agent that at the dinner table, once all this passes, people will speak of you and say, you know what, so-and-so, let's call them to buy that house. Let's call them to sell this house. Let's call them to, purchase that commercial property or whatever it may be. So you practice the 4 C's. It's very important. It's very simple, but it takes practice. And you want to internalize this. You want to make this part of your portfolio. Okay, this should be your new strategy. Don't ask for the sale. Don't close the deal. Don't come from an approach of the sales approach. People don't want that right now. That's going to work against you. Okay, and you want to be proactive. So I wrote a couple of notes down, and I want to touch up on, in speaking about lead conversion. Why do we want to convert leads? Well, obviously in our mindset, we want to convert leads because that's how we make it to the closing table. But I want to remind you, I can't talk to you about the 4 C's and lead conversion in the midst of a pandemic if I don't touch upon empathy. It is our responsibility as real estate experts, real estate practitioners, to meet our consumer where they are at. How are you doing? How are things going for you? What's new? What can I do? That's going to help you meet them where they're at. In real estate and in business, we hear a lot of times people say, oh, level up. Well, I want to remind you what really level up means. As you rise to the top right now, remember, my coaching this whole time is going to be not just virtual, but it's going to be how do you reposition? How do you become present? How do you become relevant? And how do you engage? So you have to take ownership. You have to take ownership. You have to take ownership of the economy and the circumstances which are beyond our control. What do I mean by that? Let me talk about economy. The first place we need to level up in the economy, it's the economy in our own head. Let me let that sink a little bit while I take a sip of water, because obviously, I haven't done these coachings in a while, so I have to get back into the swing of things, and my throat is a little dry. But guys, take ownership. If you work at an office and your broker is trying to see what they do, become that leader that brings forth the solution to maybe the problem of how that broker, your broker, is going to train and care and help the rest of your colleagues. Take ownership. Become that leader. And so when we talk about the economy, the first place we need to, take control of is the economy in our head. All the negative chatter, all the doubt, all the confusion, okay? If you stay proactive, I am telling you, you are going to remain relevant. You are going to remain present. But you have to take ownership of the economy in your head. shut down. It's time for you to, yes, lead generate, lead convert, work the 4 C's, but you gotta be before you can become. Number 2, take care of the economy in your home. Make a game plan. You got into real estate to subsidize your income. You got into real estate to be your own boss. Why did you get back into real estate? Or why did you get into real estate? It's not time to stop, sit, and wait. It's not time to stop, sit, and wait. So take control, take ownership of the economy in your head. And lastly, take ownership of the economy in your business. So important. We have to take control of the economy in our business. So I want to leave you with 3 action items, okay? You want to write those down because, hey, like my teacher Floyd Wickman says, information without application is what? Let me hear you. Useless. That's what he says. So be proactive. It's time to take massive action. We talked about that this morning. You know, I'm taking massive action. A lot of the top leaders in our area in different segments of our marketplace are taking massive action, but you are a leader as well. There's a leader within you. There's a role model. And this circumstance right now is a calling for leaders and role models to step up, to take ownership, and to level up. What is level up? Level up is being able to handle the problems, the bigger problems that you will face as you continue to scale. Level up is your ability to handle the bigger problems that you will face as you continue to scale. Pretty profound, right? Level up is your ability to be the solution to the problems that you and others will confront as you and they continue to scale. They say the higher the level, the bigger the devil. Well, guess what? The more you scale, the bigger the problem, and you need to become the solution for your consumer, for your contacts, for, you know, the people that you know, for your community, for your city. And that's why I needed to talk to you about taking ownership of the economy, first in your head, then in your home, then in your business. But here are the action items, and I'm going to leave you with this. The action items are, number 1, start an initiative. Start an initiative. Start an initiative. What could you do to service the real estate buyers and sellers in your community? What could you contribute? There is something that only you do. There's something that moves you. There's something that you're passionate of. And you don't have to be present in person. You could be present virtually as long as you are front and center and you are being the voice of this moment. You are being the voice of the now. Isn't that amazing? That even in the midst of crisis, we can catapult ourselves to that next level. That even in the midst of crisis, we can catapult ourselves. We can utilize the opposition we are facing as our trampoline to go to that next level. So be proactive, take massive action, and start an initiative for the consumers, for the buyers, the sellers, the homeowners in your city, in your community. Number 2, innovate. Innovate. Every year, and I always use this example, every year there's cars that come out. A car is a car, right? An automobile is an automobile. But every year, car manufacturers bring something else that's innovative. What can you bring to your business? What can you add besides what I gave you? Connect, conversation, care, contribute to your lead conversion, to your lead generation that would be innovative. That would not only reposition you, but help you stand out. If you're not standing out, you're blending in. And this is not the moment to blend in. This is the moment for people to know you better than they ever knew you, to know about you more than they ever knew about you, to hear your voice more than they ever have heard your voice. This is the moment for the last action item that I'm going to give you, and that's to be a leader. Be the role model. Our society right now, the world, our community needs leaders and role models. Because when you stand up and stand out, someone is watching and you're going to motivate or inspire them to do the same. They're going to be able to look at you as I used to look at the top producers 20 years ago when I got into real estate, and I was so scared to, door knock or get on the phone and call, but I would look at other top producers and I would say, man, if they can do it, I could do it. If they could do it, I could do it. That was my mindset. That was the little voice inside of me, besides me feeling scared, besides me feeling fearful, besides me being stuck, besides me being confused and doubtful, besides me not having confidence. There was that little voice that would say, if they could do it, I could do it. So this is a moment for you to be highly proactive and take massive action in being the leader and the role model that other realtors, other agents, other brokers need in our community. Guys, we're living a very tough time. Certainly, I believe that we will see economic challenges. We will see economic constraints. We will experience some type of economic dilemma. However, I still believe that if you are in real estate, you are in the best business ever. You have the best vehicle to be able to not only start making money, continue making money, you can scale in your money-making activities. So I want to invite you, as I get ready to close and my team here gets ready to hit the finish button when we are done. If you have any questions, if I can do anything to help you, if there is anything at all that I can answer for you, call me, text me, message me, okay? This is the time for you to come out, like someone called me this morning and said, thank you. And I'm saying this to you because I believe some of you are going to rise up. Some of you are going to level up. Some of you are going to take massive action. Yes, lead conversion, very important. But you know what? I can't talk to you about lead conversion if I don't help you get in the right focus, in the right state of mind. You have to reposition, pivot, reposition, and move forward. You have to rise up, arise as that leader and that role model. So I want to leave you with this. Anything that I can do to help you, anything that I can do to help your office, help your broker, any questions you may have, reach out to me. No obligations, no strings attached. It is a moment for me, and that's why I'm doing this, to also practice, to be proactive. And I encourage you to come out. If you're in real estate, come out. Let the community, let the city, let the county hear your roar and go out and hunt for new business by giving, contributing, sowing, and being the voice that so many consumers, buyers, and sellers need to hear. Thursday, I will be 10 a.m. Jueves en Español. So if you know a Spanish realtor that would like to get coached in Spanish, this Thursday. It's Tuesdays in English, Thursdays in Spanish. Thank you so much. I appreciate you joining me today. Have an awesome day.